Day with me, Arianna Earnshaw, and
Bo Chansey.
amazing.
Was it good?
I'm glad that you did that.
I don't know that it was good.
Oh, it was good.
Felt good.
Good in a bad way.
Okay.
Bad in a good way?
I don't know.
It was good.
It was so bad it's good.
Yeah. Well,
Not
good morning.
bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Bad meaning good. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant.
I just pulled from a Run DMC song.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I had no idea.
No clue.
No
I knew
clue
that.
at all. It
Absolutely.
just went right over my head, and I'm just going to go with you.
Right.
And it's just nodding. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what makes this
Yep.
fun.
I understand that reference.
No, they didn't even have to because it still made sense.
It did make sense. So thank goodness. Because usually, like, I don't watch any movies or anything, so people quote movies all the time, and I'm just like, and then I have
So
no
you're
clue.
used to playing along.
Yeah, exactly. That's why that went so
That's
well.
why this
No,
works.
like, that's why this works, because I have no idea what's going on ever.
I am happy to be patronized. Thank you for your
Thank
patronage.
goodness.
Patronage.
Patronage. Good morning.
Good morning or
Good afternoon.
evening.
Anytime.
Because you can watch on demand.
Middle of the night. Wake up, you're like, oh, I can't sleep. This
For
is
all-
the day.
For all we know, somebody's watching this 10 years from now.
They will
Good
be.
decade? Like, what do you, I
Good
don't even know,
decade.
what do you say at that point? I mean, that's,
You say, hello, we're glad you're joining us. We look much different now.
I don't age a bit.
I will look much different in 10 years, maybe. We don't know. We'll find out.
I'm going for that whole, I'm like the grizzled,
Sure.
yeah, grizzled. I don't know.
People are still going to think I'm 14, maybe.
I know.
Oh, that's so.
Oh,
How old
look
are
at
you?
us, they're so
15
cute.
and a half? Well, 35. But no, thank you.
I didn't know you were 35.
I'm 35 now.
Wow.
I'll be 45 in 10 years, so
Wow.
crazy.
Okay. Somebody's like, I need to get on her skincare regimen. Oh my.
That's nothing.
Nobody's ever said that about me. I need to be on his skincare regimen.
Do you have a skincare regimen?
Well, I didn't listen to the songstress early enough. You know, she was like, kept giving me like moisturizer.
Yeah.
I was 22 and she was 20 when we were married, you know, and she was starting me early, you know, like, hey, put this on your, and I was like, I don't need that.
You're like,
Yeah.
skin is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've learned over the years to, yes, you're right, I will do this. And life is always better.
Sure.
For sure. For sure. So welcome to This Is the Day. I know you said that, but we're so glad that you're here. And whenever you're watching, whether live or on demand, we'd love for you to share the show.
Share it. They already did because I'm here, but
Probably. Yeah, I think that's kind of a given. The shares go right through the roof.
hopefully.
Yeah, we'd love for you to share the show. That's really the only way anybody else is ever going to come in contact with This Is the Day. And I believe that we have some great stuff to share.
Yeah,
Yeah. So help us out.
exactly.
Yeah.
How are people going to see it if it doesn't get shared?
It's always good to share. And the best way to ever honor, I mean, do you love your mom?
I love my mom.
Do you love your mom?
Do you love your mom?
The best way to honor your mom is to share.
That's true.
It's one of the things she taught you really early. One of the first things, share.
Yeah, and
if
you're
you love her-
dishonoring her.
By not sharing.
By not
That's
sharing.
right. We're going to go heavy-handed right now.
I will guilt you
you're
into
not-
sharing the show.
Yeah.
I'm not above it.
If you're not sharing the show, you're dishonoring your mother.
Yeah, you are. And
All
you
right.
know what they say.
What?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
We don't know what they say.
We don't know what they
Okay.
say.
But we say share the show. And clicking to share could change somebody's life. So we'd love for you to share the show. Now you got a snazzy tee on over there.
Snazzy tea. You also have a pretty snazzy tea.
I got an okay, Drew. Drew, okay?
Okay,
Sure.
Georgia, okay.
Yeah.
I got This Is the Day. This is
This is the day. So we
day.
got some paraphernalia here,
Yeah, we
and
do.
you too can get your very own This Is the Day gear.
You want it.
By going to the MCC online store. MCC online, click on store, and then you can get over to where we have the This Is the Day merch, number of different shirts and different color options.
I love that.
Yeah.
Different
so
color options.
we have some designs for you to choose from. They
Yeah.
come pretty quickly.
They do. Yeah, they ship ship quick.
And when you order and you get a shirt, we'd love to see a picture of you in your
Absolutely.
shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, send us a picture of that. And keep checking back. There'll be more designs coming in the
Yeah,
future.
we're super excited.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I love it. Anytime that we can have some gear. This is the day
Yes.
gear. Help us promote the show and enjoy that.
I
Okay.
have so much gear that I literally can wear it like all through the week.
I know, right?
I can just keep washing it and just wear the same 5 shirts.
You know, the wardrobe is set at that point. That's a good thing. So summer is
On!
it's on.
Ow!
Yes. It is absolutely on. And so we're encouraging everyone, celebrate summer, get out there, have some fun. Show us how you're celebrating summer with your pictures or videos. Send those to thisistheday@manchesterchristian.com. But to kind of help lead out on that, our Bedford campus team, also known as, I didn't mean to out them, but also known as the Tri-Force Troopers, have made us another little video of how summer's been on up in her.
Up in her.
Yeah, Tri-Force Troopers. Let's go.
Tri-Force Troopers, here we go! Tri-Force Troopers, you're here for challenge number 3. We are doing the dumpster dunks. Get a ball, a frisbee, football, whatever you got. What you're gonna do is you're gonna see how many times it takes you to get this ball into the dumpster. All right, Purple Troopers, we're up first today. Here we go. Go!
All right, Blue Troopers, it's go time. We'll try something a little unorthodox, but we'll see how it goes. Go! Oh, no! I got the distance, it was just a little off.
Troopers, here we go. Let's see if I can nail it.
Does the bounce count?
Oh, wow. That was embarrassing. All right, Purple Team, here we go.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, oh, no! Too hot. No!
Tri-Force Troopers! Yes! Wow!
It was good. They got it.
It was a goal.
It was. It took them a while. That's why I
Yeah,
wanted-
you had to, yes.
That's why they get so excited in soccer, because nothing happens for like 4 hours, and it's like, wait, everybody's asleep. You have to wake them up.
Everybody, do you see that you all missed it? Oh, shoot, dude, try it again, try it again.
Let's run it back.
Run it back.
At least we got video evidence of that. Tri-Force Troopers.
Tri-Force Troopers. I wish I was a Tri-Force Trooper.
I gotta tell you what stood out to me.
Okay.
Okay. In that video. So we've got Amanda Chitwood.
Yeah.
And so the little intro thing there, she's got quite the kick.
Quite the kick.
It's like she's like some kind of super champ. Like I know she was in training, like top tier martial arts when she was like a teenager, like a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was really impressed with the kick. But did you see her kick the soccer ball?
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
It was sad.
We know your potential.
Yeah. What was this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I had really high, when I saw her she was about to kick, I was like, oh,
You're like
the ball could explode.
Might. It should have.
The building could crumble.
Should have.
Right, there could be a ball like in the atmosphere, like hitting the
Just like
space station. I don't know
eternal.
what's gonna happen here. And a little bit of a letdown. I know that was really a Tri-Force Trooper is one of the Tri-Force
Blooper.
blooper. I was gonna say pooper.
All right, yeah, I wouldn't have said that.
No, but summer is on, so find
is
a way
on.
to have some fun
Yeah.
and share that fun. It's a great thing to do. And again, it may not be the summer you wanted, the summer you planned for, but it's the summer you got. So let's get out there and
It's a good one.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Everything's different, but you know, and that's what I've been telling people. Like, different doesn't mean better or worse. It just means different.
Yes.
And so different can be great.
It can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Excelente. All right, now with that in mind, it's Friday, and we do things a little bit different on Friday, and summer's on. Got any big weekend plans, some to-doings?
I don't have any big weekend plans.
I gotta hear you say to-doings, though.
To-doings.
Yeah, you got some big to-doings?
I ain't got no big to-doings.
No big to-doings.
But
all right.
I have some little to-doings
Okay, well, let's hear about
that
that.
are very exciting to me. I'm going to take a little drive, very little drive, it's a very short drive from my house, to my favorite restaurant and get some takeout and spend an afternoon and watch my favorite show, which is Psych, which you've bashed.
Well,
'Cause
yeah, it was a
you
lot
didn't
of
like
build-up for not much noise, but sure.
My favorite show ever, Psych, stand by it. Better than The Office.
Second favorite show.
This-
Try that again.
Sorry, second favorite show is Psych. This is my first favorite show. It's
I
a
thought
given.
so.
It's a given. I didn't feel like I needed to say it.
Well, you didn't have to,
no,
but I
I
did.
should.
For the point of clarity, and I don't want you lying
right.
on
No,
this
exactly.
is the day,
No,
because
no.
then that taints your reputation, and we don't want that.
Right, no, I can't have that. So you're right. Second favorite show, Psych. I'm gonna get my favorite food from my favorite restaurant. It's a Greek restaurant. It's amazing. And I get a salad.
Let's shout them out. What's the name?
Amphora.
Infora?
Amphora. So like the vase, like the Greek vase.
I don't know what that is.
Amphora? Oh, I wish I had a picture to show you.
okay.
It's like just like a vase. I believe that's correct.
That's fine.
Believe.
So you like the Greek food?
I think Greek food is my
Go-to dish?
I will always get excited about Greek food. Always, always, always.
Is there-
Oh, yeah. You're asking me what my favorite dish
Yeah.
is. They actually, I know that this sounds a little bit contradictory to what I just said, but they have a salad that I really like. But it's a Greek salad, and they actually, the owner is Greek, obviously, makes sense. But so they do it really well. They grow a lot of produce. And they know where they get everything from. So like if you were to ask like, hey, where is like this and this and this from? Like they can tell you. It's always fresh. It's always, like the meat is always cooked perfectly. They always have the best service. Oh, I can't say enough good things about them. I eat there like a lot, but I haven't been in a while. So I'm so excited. I will probably get the salad, but they also have like sandwiches that are wrapped in like this pita bread that they make.
Yum.
And it's like, oh, it's amazing. So if you're ever in the Derry area, go to Amphora.
Sorry, did you say the Derriere?
I didn't.
Derriere
The
area?
Derry area.
Derriere?
But you're saying it.
Derriere? What? I was sorry, it's just... Get you some Greek food
Get you some Greek food.
in the Derry area. Okay. Yeah.
It's amazing. So that is, I have designated
Uh-huh.
an afternoon
Okay.
to just doing that.
Great.
I literally can't wait for that at all.
Okay.
So excited.
Great.
What are your weekend plans?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
Well, what are they?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I really don't.
what
Like,
if
no, don't.
you did?
It's not polite.
But
To push,
I want to know.
I have spoken. I don't want to talk about
Okay, we're not going to talk about your weekend.
my
plans.
weekend to-doings. I don't have weekend. I don't want to talk about it. I will say this. I'm not a big on the plans. But kind of more of a go with the flow.
Sure.
The to-doings flow. Yeah, I like to go with the flow. So yeah, I do know that services for MCC are pretty slamming.
They are.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Yeah, can confirm
Can and will and would love
and
to.
have.
And have.
Yes.
They're
we have,
slamming.
We have confirmation. Yeah, you're not going to be disappointed. And yeah, so that'll be great. So look forward to that. Love that for our church and for everybody involved. And I don't know. So I'm sure I'll be outside.
Just going to go with the flow outside.
I may go to the dairy area, find some Greek food.
Say it one more time. The what?
The dairy area.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were what you're saying there. If
Yeah, I
you
know.
had something like a underlying meaning or
No,
you know,
no,
nothing,
no.
just the dairy area.
That's the one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's
no,
the
It's
place.
just I just need to hear it again for the 9th time.
There you go. I don't know. You know what today is.
I do know what today is.
It's Friday.
Friday.
You rolled the R there.
I did. Trying it out.
Well, maybe we get some feedback.
I don't. Yeah. If let me know if it works.
I want to hear you say Arianna with the R's rolled.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Hold on. Arianna.
Oh my God.
I can't do it with Ariana. It's in a weird
You
place.
did it.
Friday just works.
I've ne-
Ariana like
Okay.
sounds. Oh, whatever. It's
All right,
Friday.
A lot of R rolling going on over here. So on Friday we every other day we do the YouVersion Bible app verse of the day, but on Fridays we mix it up a little bit and we do the proverb of the day. Yeah, so there's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs and no more than 31 days in a month. So we just take the day of the month and pick a verse from that proverb and we share it on the show. So it's the proverb of the day, proverb of the day. It's the proverb of the day. It's ridiculous. Proverbs 21, verse 3. It says, to do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. I'm going to read it again. To do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. All right, Arianna, what jumps out at you there?
I don't know if I can pinpoint something. I just want to say something. Sometimes doing what is right and just is a sacrifice plus.
Okay, fair.
That's what stands out to me,
like
I
that,
think.
okay.
So sometimes it includes all and. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that there is no sacrifice in that or
Right.
that it's like a higher tier or whatever, but sometimes in doing what is right and just is sacrifice, is a die to self moment. And I think that's awesome.
For sure.
That's just what stood out to me at first.
You brought a wonderful perspective to this verse.
I love that.
Yeah, that was excellent.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, so context in the book of Proverbs, the sacrifice to the Lord, it would be talking about very much the religious construct of bringing your sacrifice, to the temple to make a whether it be an atonement sacrifice. There are sacrifices, for everything, for sins that you knew you did, and or sins you didn't. There's all kinds of sacrifices that you could make. But to do what is right and just is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. And what I love, like in your relational knowledge of Jesus and connection to God, you don't separate that. All right, so like in the Old Testament, they didn't have that.
Right.
Yeah, and we do. So to get that different perspective that says, no, so I can't even think about, right and just, anything that I do would be a sacrifice, a gift or an offering, because my whole life is a sacrifice to the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. And they all go hand in hand. So if our lives are given to God as a sacrifice, we're laying down our lives, we're offering our bodies as a living sacrifice. It says that in Romans 12. We're offering our bodies as living sacrifices to God. So we're not waiting around to die.
Right.
But we're living for Him every day. Then we will do what is right and just.
Yeah.
And it's our worship.
I love it.
Yeah. So it says, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice to the Lord. This is your spiritual act of worship.
Right.
That's really cool.
Love it.
That's pretty rad. I hadn't thought about it that way. Yeah. And right and just. Sometimes what's right and just may look different than I thought it would.
Yep. Oftentimes,
Yeah,
I would say.
for sure. So that's that. So continuing in Romans, there you have the, and your mind will be transformed. You'll be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. And so, like a lot of, as we offer our bodies as a living sacrifice, that's our spiritual act of worship. Then we're no longer conforming to the pattern of this world that might say, well, this is right and this is just and this is how that needs to happen. And there's almost like there's not much grace a lot of times in that. There's sometimes like a lot of anger and just a lot of divisive language and, and it's not, there's no compassion sometimes in that. Sometimes there is, but then when all that is working together, then we'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. It's fun.
Yeah.
Proverb of the day.
Proverb of the day.
There you go. Share that with somebody.
Oh, I will.
Me too.
I'm definitely gonna.
I just did. All right, so, closet calendar. So hit and miss. I go in there once a day, and I never know what I'm gonna get, and I take issue with today. Yeah, I do. So I would like your feedback on this, your opinion.
Sure.
So it starts off great.
Okay.
It says, "You're so amazing," which, by the way, it did get the right "your."
Oh,
Doesn't that
thank
drive
goodness.
Does it drive you nuts?
It really does. And I am not I'm not one to be that way.
No,
about, like,
we don't wanna be that way, I
spelling, and
know.
I like to be forgiving because I hope that people are forgiving to me because I know I make a lot of spelling errors or whatever.
Yep.
But the there and the your.
The there and
I'm
the
like,
and the
come
twos.
on. Oh, and the
twos.
twos. I'm like, yeah. I feel
Let's
like
get the twos,
we
right?
can do this. I feel
Yeah.
like these three things
We
can
could
do.
get these three.
We can.
So closet calendar, it starts off good.
Okay.
You're so amazing. I like that, and it's a pun.
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, right. So you think I'd be down with this, but here's where I take issue.
Yep.
I don't need homework.
Okay.
I
yeah.
just like this feels like busy work to me.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah. We're
Oh,
gonna give
maze.
you a maze to do,
Yeah.
and that's not an easy maze.
No.
Those lines are really close together.
yeah.
How do you? I mean, does it feel like busy work?
It feels like no. You genuinely, you're right. You go to the closet calendar to be like, or be like, nah.
Yeah, it's something.
Just
but
feel a little.
I don't even want to work.
You don't want to have to like do a task.
Right.
I feel like you feel like obligated, like, oh, okay, now I gotta finish this maze
What
because
is that?
I'm amazing. What if I don't finish the maze? Am I not amazing?
Okay, see, all right, now you're getting to the heart of the matter there.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was so upsetting to me.
And it's that.
It's that. Like, am I less amazing now because I
like,
don't want to do the maze?
It's assuming that you've done the maze or are going to do the maze, and so that's what makes you amazing. But
I
what if
don't-
you don't want to do the maze? Then it's just like you're the worst.
I don't want to be manipulated by a calendar that dwells
Absolutely
in
not.
my closet.
Yeah, especially because it's in your closet.
Not cool.
It's not even on your door.
And by the way, the answer's on the back.
The answer's on the back. You don't even have.
There's an answer key on the back for a maze.
Excuse me, it's a maze. There's only one way to do the maze if you did the maze right to create it in the first place. So why you have to put an answer key on the back? If you can't finish the maze, why even start the maze in the first? It's a maze. You just follow the trail.
Yes.
That's it. That's all it
You
is.
want to start that over with a
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
Bo,
okay,
Bo,
Bo, okay. It's a maze. You follow the lines through the other lines, and you get to the center of the maze, and that's how a maze works. So you don't need an answer key for a maze where you follow the line. And that's it.
I couldn't be more proud right now.
Yeah. No, I felt good about that.
Yeah, you get I just thank you for sharing in my, disdain for the
Yep.
closet calendar.
That makes me
Yeah.
that makes me feel something.
Sometimes that's what you need. Okay.
Yep.
Now, closet calendar rarely delivers, but
Yeah.
the kitchen calendar, the calendar that's on our fridge in the kitchen,
Absolutely.
it delivers consistently.
Yeah.
And so it gives us a day to celebrate every day of the year. And today is National Senior Citizen Day.
Yes.
Okay, National Senior Citizen Day. So what I thought would be fun today, since you know nothing about senior citizens,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun today to get a real live senior citizen on This Is the Day. So we've got the young crowd covered here. So I thought it'd be great for National Senior Citizen Day to bring a senior citizen on the show and interview her. So welcome to the show, senior
Hello.
citizen friend.
Yes.
Yes, would you
Hello, Sonny.
would you tell everybody your name, please?
My name is Margery Hornbockel.
Margery.
Hello.
Yeah, Margery Hornbockel.
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Well, what? Say it. Say it again.
yeah,
Into my good ear.
Into the good ear?
I don't know which one.
We have an aid to help. Yeah, if you need that.
An aid. Say it.
Yeah, welcome to
Thank-
This Is the Day.
Thank you.
You're
What's your name?
My name is Bo Chansey.
Nice to meet you, Mo.
No, Bo. The name
Mo.
is Bo Chansey.
Go where?
No. Bo.
Bo.
Bo, yes.
Bo.
Yeah.
It's Bo.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep this because
So-
I can't hear anything at all.
No.
Okay.
Margery, since it's National Senior Citizen Day, you are a senior citizen?
Yes, you've never seen the likes of me before.
No.
A senior citizen, here in the flesh, right here in front of your very eyes. Me, a
No.
senior citizen.
Right. Now, Margery, there's a lot of myths out there about senior citizens.
Many myths.
And we'd like to either debunk or confirm some
Sure.
of these. Okay.
I would love to.
All right. First of all, is it true that that senior citizens eat dinner at 4 p.m.?
3:30. So no. 3:30.
Okay.
I don't know what's funny about eating dinner at an average time.
No, I
It's just my time I eat at.
That's when you eat.
Mo.
That's true. Yeah. Bo.
Okay.
The name is Bo.
Bo.
All right. So thank you for correcting us on that one.
Yeah.
Second myth: is it true that senior citizens can't drive? You can't drive very well.
I drive a hard bargain.
Oh, do you now? Yeah. Where do you like to drive your hard bargain?
Oh, all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. You were asking about a car.
I was.
What about the car?
Can you still drive, Margery?
Yes, very poorly.
Okay. Is that because your eyesight is diminished?
No,
or-
I just like to drive poorly.
Okay.
I'm fully able to drive very regularly.
But you choose to
I
drive.
choose, yes,
Okay, you've earned it.
I've earned it.
Okay.
Been driving well hundreds of years. And so now I get to drive bad.
Okay.
Lee.
Badly, yeah.
Yes.
Now you say you drive a hard bargain.
Yep.
Is there a particular like if you go to the grocery store?
Yeah.
Is there an item that you like to haggle over?
Everything. I haggle everything. I get in the 12 items or fewer lane with a full cart.
Yep.
And then they're like $3 for the avocados. I say no.
No.
$2.
$2. Yeah.
Look at my hair.
Yeah.
$2.
$2 for the avocado.
Yes.
And now, are you in like one of those rascal scooters?
Yes,
Yeah.
but just for fun.
You like to zip around the.
As fast as it can go.
I've noticed my foot has been run over a number of times.
It was me every time.
Okay. It wasn't intentional.
No, it was intentional.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I have a feeling, Margery, that the vast majority, if not all of our audience, is probably far younger to you, and you probably have some great wisdom through your many years here on Earth. And on National Senior Citizen Day, do you have any words of wisdom to
Yes.
give to the This Is the Day audience?
Yes. My words of wisdom, my final thoughts would be, Mo, why be a caterpillar when you can be a butterfly? And do with that what you will, youngins. And that's it. That's all from me.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Thank you, Margery.
You've been changed.
Thank you.
You've been changed.
You've been changed. That happened.
I've been changed.
Yep.
I feel
Margery.
new.
Oh, Arianna's back.
I'm back.
Okay, that's good. You missed a great
She was a
segment
hoot.
there.
I heard her leaving.
Yeah, she was. She's a spitfire, that Margery.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it's Friday.
Friday.
We covered that.
Yep.
On Monday, what do we do? What do we do on Monday?
Motivation.
Motivation
Just in
Monday.
the house.
That's right. Starts it off great. Tuesday,
Tips.
Tuesday's tips. Wednesday,
Wonder.
Wonder.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. Full of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Thursday.
Throwback, but Eric hit me with the ball yesterday.
I know. So I'm gonna throw it to our sound guy, Jason
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Blacksmith,
I would
today.
definitely do
And
that.
Okay, here,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
ready?
yeah.
Got it? There we go.
That was great.
Yeah, it's Throwback
Eric, why is
Thursday.
that so hard for
Yeah, I
Eric?
don't know why he
I don't-
struggles.
It's very bizarre why that's so difficult for
It's
him,
like,
but
yeah.
That's okay. Maybe he'll figure it out.
Today, Friday,
Yeah.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky Friday.
Freaky.
Now, I haven't actually seen what we're about to show.
Nor have I.
But we did have a moment on the show this week that in the moment I felt was rather creepy. So Drew Crisp often sits in that chair. Okay, Drew, okay.
Okay.
It was National Cupcake Day, and he sang a song
Yes.
to me
He
that
did.
I had not heard. So the team, the This Is the Day team, went back and took that video just so we could, on Freaky Friday, see just how freaky.
Just relive it.
Yeah,
Got it.
how freaky it was. So let's watch that.
You're my honey bunch, sugar plum, pumpy umpy umpkin. You're my cutie pie. You're my gumdrop, something snookum sure, the apple of my eye. And I love you so. And I want you to know that I'll always be right here. And I love to sing this song to you because you are so dear.
I actually underestimated the freak factor.
Yeah, I don't recall it being so freaky.
It was like, yeah,
But it was.
yeah, it was worse the second time.
So much worse.
The cupcakes he put on his head looked like sawed off demon horns or something.
I think that's what he was going for.
That's what I'm afraid
Makes
of.
it way freakier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Notice he hadn't been back on the show since.
I was just noticing that. And I'm sitting in his chair. So I'm feeling a little concerned.
We're gonna want to monitor your behaviors and thoughts
Yeah.
really closely.
And if I go missing, be alarmed for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not like right on time in the morning.
Yeah.
There's probably something wrong.
Oh no.
So,
yeah, that was freaky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was thoroughly freaky.
Really freaky.
Proved Friday's point that it is.
Okay. Maybe we need something to redeem that.
We do.
Time for a little
Oh, we do.
Every Day with Jesus.
Every day.
Every day. Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. So our thought for today says, never forget who you were before coming to know Christ. There is no room for arrogance in the heart of the truly redeemed. Ooh, that's good. And then the verse is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, all of us also lived among them at one time, gratifying the cravings of our sinful nature and following its desires and thoughts. Like the rest, we were by nature objects of wrath. So good. Never forget who you were before coming to know Christ. There's no room for arrogance in the heart of the truly redeemed. What do you think about that?
I love it because I feel like this ties really well into why we pray for one.
Okay.
We don't want to just surround ourselves with people who already believe or already have like faith, although that is very important and should not be diminished by any sense. That is very, very important to surround yourself with people like-minded and that love Jesus and love Christ. But also we want to go into the world and find people who don't yet have that joy so that we can hope to live out lives for Christ and in being Christ-like that bring them to the kingdom. Ultimately, more people in the kingdom in the shortest time.
Yeah.
We're praying for people every day. And so not forgetting where you once came from, where you were in that sin and you were in that place of confusion and maybe longing for something and needing to know Jesus and wanting to know Jesus. Like, don't forget that that's where you once came from, or don't forget that that was where you dwelled perhaps at one point too, so that we can best love people to bring them to the kingdom, because that's the ultimate goal.
I love it. And I think an immediate blockade, for God's love moving out of us would be arrogance.
Absolutely.
Like to think that we're better, anybody would think I'm better than another person.
Or like what they're doing or what they're saying or what they're like. It's like, well, no, forget that.
Yeah. Whatever their struggle is, or maybe they're not even struggling with it, and so because we can go down those paths as well. But arrogance is, I think it's like a dam.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a dam that blockades the flow of God's love coming out of us. And so you get this me thing that goes, well, I'm better than or greater than, or, my sin is or was different than yours. Therefore, I'm going to somehow not share God's love with you. What a tragic way to live.
It really is.
Yeah. Because there is no arrogance. And that, where is pride? Where is boasting? It doesn't exist. It's by grace we've been saved through faith, and it's not from ourselves. It's the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. Ephesians 2, 8, and 9. Yeah, so no one can. There's no boasting anywhere. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which he prepared in advance for us to do. The very next verse, Ephesians 2:10. So you're right. God puts his love in us to flow through us to our world. So yes, God wants to save the world, but he wants to save your world. Right? The world that he has strategically placed you in your home, in your neighborhood, your workplace, school, community.
Yes, you've been stationed there with purpose.
Yeah, he put you there.
Absolutely.
For sure. And if there's an arrogance there that, you know, somehow like elevating one person over another, or thinking, you know, I'm better than or whatever, then it's no good.
It absolutely blocks you from sharing God's love, and that's no bueno.
No bueno. Yeah. Not good at all. So as we pray for one, I know for me that over the years, praying for one every day puts me in my place. I like that phrase.
Yeah.
To be put in your place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You get all high and mighty, you need something knocked off your high horse. Yeah. Put me in my place, God. And my place is in you, which is really good.
Absolutely.
And so I rely on him. I'm saved by his love. I'm going to rely on his love. I'm saved by his grace. I'm going to rely on his grace. I'm not going to abandon that and turn to something else.
That's a good thing to pray. Put me in my place,
Put me
God.
in my place, because his place is good. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not like put me in my place and I'm going to suffer through it.
We might, but yeah.
But it's, but put me in my place, God, because this is the place you've put me.
Yeah.
Keep me here.
And
Keep me grounded.
He calls you his child, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his place is really good.
I love his place.
Me too. Oh, and Jesus has gone to prepare a place for you. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
One time I was doing this kind of camp thing. It was called Taking the City. And Taking the City was a deal where different youth groups from different parts of the country, we would all meet together in a city. And we would have different teams set up ahead of time, different team leaders. And so like I led the sports camps sometimes, and I also led a street evangelism team. But then there were VBS teams, Vacation Bible School teams. There were nursing home teams. There were music teams, and so they would all come together, and then they would meet their team leads and be broken in their teams. So students from all over and adults from all over different places would come together, and then we would have activities for every team to go out during the day, and then we'd come back together at night. And I was doing a basketball camp, and I believe it was in Memphis, and there was a guy from a church in Indiana that was coming, and this guy's name was Bubba. And his youth pastor, though, had contacted me and was like, okay, Bo, listen, I've got this kid. He's a great kid, but doesn't have a relationship with Jesus yet. But he's coming, and I want him. I think you'll really connect with him. I want to put him on the team that you're leading. And because I know, you know, I have an evangelist heart.
Right. Yeah.
And so he really set me up for that. So I started praying for Bubba. And then I had another kid in our group who I had him start praying. This kid's name was Jeff. I had him start praying for Bubba. So we come together. Our basketball camp, the advance notices didn't go out. The neighborhoods didn't get flyered. There were no kids. So it was just us in this gym. And so we did everything like we were going to do, the devotions and everything like we were going to do for the kids. We did them like for Bubba. And it was the coolest thing ever. So anyway, Bubba, we're talking like the second or third night, and after we got back, he's like, can I talk to you and Jeff for a moment? We're like, yeah. So everybody else gets out of the van. Jeff and I talk with him. He's like, I'm ready. I want to do this thing. So we're like, all right, so just pray and confess your sins and ask God to forgive you. And so he's like, okay. So he just starts praying out loud. This guy was incredible. And I mean, he's like going all the way. And we're like, Jeff and I are kind of looking at each other like, whoa. And but he just lays his soul bare before the Lord and then receives his forgiveness. It's like, what do I do now? And I was like, well, you should be baptized. He's like, let's go. So anyways, he's baptized. So the next morning, he's like, well, after he's baptized, what should I do? I said, well, start reading the Bible. I recommend the book of John. Okay, so just start in John chapter 1, read a chapter and, you know, and pray through it and listen. He goes, okay. So the next morning, I was like, hey, Bubba, how you doing? He's like, great. I was thinking of something. And I go, okay. He goes, yeah, I was reading the book of John. I'm like, okay. The first chapter. He goes, yeah, I read all that, how he created everything. You know, he's like, but I was reading in John 14. So he had stayed up all night just reading the Bible.
Reading.
Yeah. And I was like, well, what's up? He goes, I'm reading John 14. And Jesus says that he's going to prepare a place for us. But when I read that in John 1 about in the beginning, was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and by Him and through Him, like everything's been made. He goes, I went back and looked at Genesis, because I was like, well, the beginning, maybe it means that. So I was reading in Genesis how God created everything in 6 days. So this is where Bubba goes. Been a Christian for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
He goes, so here's what I was thinking. He's like, so if Jesus created everything, and He's the one who spoke everything into existence, and did that in 6 days, and He left, and this has been over 2,000 years ago, to go prepare a place for us in heaven, and this earth's pretty amazing, you know, mountains and everything else. How incredible must be the place he's preparing for us be? I was like, Bubba say, what?
Bubba said, what?
What? I thought that was pretty, like, he's like, yeah, I just couldn't, he goes, you ever thought about that before? I'm like,
Like,
no, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna stop
Wow.
thinking about it. He's preparing a place for us. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but so what I mean by, like, even in the arrogance sort of scenario, you know, if you don't listen and engage with people, God is revealing himself in so many cool ways all the time.
I love that story. I'm glad you told that. That was awesome.
Yeah, God used Bubba to rock my world in a really cool way.
Yeah.
Still sharing that story.
I was
like
going to
20
say,
years
and
later.
others, because
Yeah, it's pretty
same
cool.
here. Thank you, Bubba.
Yeah, thanks, Bubba. Thought that was fun times. Okay, so hey, everybody, in case you missed it, this guy got all 6 right yesterday.
Whoop, whoop.
Trivial Pursuit, it happened.
Found it.
So we've made a decision, strategic move here on This Is the Day.
Mm-hmm.
We've got old and new, all right? And so we've got the 40th anniversary edition cards
Mm-hmm.
of the classic game Trivial Pursuit. Plus we have the 1981 edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just decided to let whoever's hosting pick and decide which cards we want to play.
I hold the power.
You have the power. Which do you want to do, old or new?
I'm going to do old.
Old. Okay, if we're going to go old, then
No, I have a friend that I think she wants to come back.
is
so
Margery?
I'm going to go grab
All
Margery.
right, why don't you
real quick.
go get Margery.
Grab Margery real
Grab
quick.
Margery real quick. She's going to draw a card at random from the 1981 edition of Trivial Pursuit, and read us one question at a time. We want you to take a guess at all 6. Type your answer in. If you get all 6 right, we will send you a congratulatory fun dip in the mail. So,
Hard
Margery,
reach there.
welcome back.
That's a big reach. The
Big
box.
I know, it's a long way.
Yeah, it's
You need
a
a grabber.
I need to grab a corp.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Blue.
Blue, geography.
What city boasts the Billingsgate Fish Market?
What city boasts the Billingsgate Fish Market?
What city?
Billingsgate.
Billingsgate Fish Market.
So we're city, fish market, 81. I'm gonna go London, baby.
You are correct.
Let's go. 1 for 1. London,
Not
baby.
impressed yet.
All right,
Let's
well.
keep it going.
Okay.
Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Who was the second in command of the Starship Enterprise? How's your knowledge with this
All right.
genre? You like this genre?
The genre, second in command.
Yep.
Is this like,
Starship Enterprise.
it's not my answers. It's like Chewbacca or Han Solo, one of those people. Starship Enterprise, second in command. Wait, that's not. That's more like the beam me up thing. That's
Okay.
like Star Trek.
Sure.
Well, I'm gonna go with Spock.
Correct.
What? Okay, let's go. All right, 2 for 2. Here we go.
Okay. Yellow.
Yellow, history.
How did Judas Iscariot commit suicide?
Boy, we got a Bible
We
question.
got a Bible question up in this house.
Did you know Judas Iscariot?
Personally, yes. Many years.
Many years ago.
Many. We go way back.
Judas Iscariot hanged himself.
You did indeed. Correct.
All right, 3 for 3.
Brown?
Brown.
Is that the color?
Brown.
I can't see without my.
You got your glasses
I got my
on.
wrong glasses on. Hold on. I got the wrong glasses for this.
Art and
Okay.
literature.
All right. I got Southern there.
I know, you're slipping in and out of it.
What's the Spanish word for black?
The Spanish word for
Spanish.
black.
Indeed.
I do know this one. Like, red is rojo, and white is blanco,
Sure.
and blue is azul,
Yes.
and black is negro.
It is indeed.
Let's go.
Correct.
Okay.
Green.
Green, science and nature.
How many pints are there in a quart? Mo. How many?
How many pints
In
a quart?
You can do it.
How many pints in a quart?
Yes.
There's 2 pints in a quart.
There are.
Let's
There
go.
are 2.
2 pints and a quarter.
Orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
How many ride a luge? A luge.
Luge.
L-U-G-E, luge. I suppose it would be.
How many ride
A luge.
a luge?
How many?
Well,
You've gotten them all up until this point.
I know, but so the luge is usually one person, but I've seen a two-man or two-person luge.
So your answer is.
Well, the answer should be one, but
Or.
there is the two-man luge. No, skeleton. Luge, L-U-G-E. 2.
The answer that they gave is 1 or 2.
Okay.
So you got them all correct.
Let's go!
Day 2, let's go!
Back to
2-day
back.
streak.
Back to back.
Margery's getting crazy in here. All right, Margery's gotta go. She's gotta go. She has some shopping to do.
She
running
gone.
over people's feet.
She gone.
I gotta put it in the right side of the.
All right.
Okay, it's going there.
He needs to-
I can't.
Apparently,
reach.
Margery's not the only one that has like reach issues. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just
Man.
feel like I'm bringing the noise, really.
You are.
I feel like without me, how could you have possibly?
I don't know. There's been a long drought, and back-to-back, that's 2 days in a row. That's 12 consecutive questions. So if you got all 6
Yeah.
right, let us know. We'd love to send you a congratulatory fun dip
You didn't even pull the fun dip.
in the mail.
You just gotta.
You want me to take one out?
You won the fun dip.
Yep, I got another.
You got
Another
another.
fun dip. Another
Gotta
fun dip.
claim what's yours.
Fun dip. It's Raz Apple Magic Dip.
And I have this impulse that I just want to tear it open and like
Throw it- oh, but there we
throw
go,
it
everywhere, yeah.
everywhere. And like I would if it weren't for the fact that if you do that and it gets wet,
Yeah.
it turns into like just blue permanent ink.
Yeah. It's pure sugar.
So right. So
Yeah,
I
it's not good.
won't.
Yeah, please
But
don't.
I do want to.
Yeah, don't.
So
You're
bad.
tempted.
And
Don't.
I just like it would be so easy to just.
Yep. I'm gonna set this over here.
I would for your safety.
You're a little out of control.
I'm a
Over there.
lot out of control.
You got pretty excited
It's
there.
a fun dip.
Want to do a little bow and tell?
I do.
Okay, I got my bow and tell bag here.
Do you have a song for this? Can I make a song for this?
Yes. I don't have a song. Yes, you may
Here it
make
is.
a song. Okay.
Bow and tell, go tell it on the
No, no,
bow
it's-
and tell.
No. You're so close. You're so close.
Wait,
All right,
give me a
I'm
second.
just gonna start you off, and then
Start me out,
then you.
start me out.
It's like, bow, tell it from the baggie. Reach inside and bring out something, bow.
Go tell it in the baggie, and it will be mediocre to above average.
You got
It'll
it.
be somewhere in there.
All right, so little bow and tail. I have here
Okay.
Lego stack. Okay,
I
Lego
love
stack.
Legos.
Okay, Lego stack.
Okay.
So these Legos, they've been sitting on the shelf
Mm-hmm.
in wherever office I've had. And I've had multiple offices over the last about 20 years. These have been on my shelf, and they serve as a reminder for me about how God can do whatever He wants in really powerful ways. So I got this from Legos. You want to hear the story?
I so want to hear the story.
All right, here goes. So what happened is I was doing student ministry, and it was during a time in our life where the church I was working at was growing really fast, and we had lots of kids, and I was like preaching like 5 different times a week to different groups, and it was just crazy and chaotic, and then plus our middle school ministry met in a gym, and so on Wednesdays we had to set everything up so kids would come in and help. And we had just teams of volunteers all over the place, and it was a lot of work getting ready for that. And so one night, I was preaching through a book of the Bible, New Testament, and I had forgotten to prepare. I know that sounds crazy. Like I was going to be preaching that night, and I forgot to prepare. Everything, we had to do so much other stuff, and I was preparing for so many different things, I forgot. And so I had the scripture and it bookmarked in a Bible, but I had planned to read through it, and something interrupted that, and I completely forgot. So I was hanging out where the food was, and talking to some of our adult sponsors who were doing that, and there was a stack of Legos there, and they were just random pieces. They weren't like this. They were all scattered right there. And I was like, it bothered me because like we wanted everything to be nice and neat and put together, you know, really create an environment like that. And I don't like clutter, which this desk is a thing. But so I picked them up and I put them in my pocket. These, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Lego pieces. I put them in my pocket and I was gonna get rid of them later. And then something else happened, and we're going, and then, you know, I was helping lead worship, playing guitar, and helping lead our student worship team. And then it came time to do the sermon, and I was like, it hit me, I forgot to prepare. So I opened up the scripture we were gonna read, you know, and I'm reading it, and I don't know if you've noticed, like when I preach, I put my hands in my pockets a lot, because I don't know what to do with them. I get really, very handsy when I preach. So I put my hand in my pocket, and when I did, these Legos were in there. And it was a passage of scripture that says, you know, add to this, this, and add to that, this, and add to this, this, and, you know, and overall put on love. It was kind of building. And I'm like, so I'm working my way back through the scripture, and I'm like, so yeah, you want to start with a foundation. And I pulled this piece out. I'm like, you start here with this piece right here, okay? Now you need a good foundation to build on. And then you add, and I reached in and I added, and I had no idea how many pieces were in there or how many things there were. It ends up being the exact amount, and the last one I pulled out was this, and these two pieces, I said, and this holds it all together. And like students are like, just, and
you're like, same.
Yeah, immediately I thought back to like Balaam's ass or Balaam's donkey from the Old Testament, that God like stops this guy's Balaam's donkey, and the donkey like starts talking to him. You know, it's kind of like the idea that if God can speak through a donkey,
Yeah, all right.
he can put Legos in your pocket.
Fair enoug.
Now, I'm still a big proponent of preparation.
Absolutely.
But this sits on my shelf just to remind me. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh yeah, he's got it. And when we are weak or we fail or we miss the mark, he can still use you.
That's awesome. That's the words to live by right there. If God can speak through a donkey, he sure can. Put Legos in your pocket.
You can put Legos in your
Very
pocket.
specific niche group of people who will understand that. But here we are.
That's us now.
I think it's powerful. I love that.
Yeah, I've been waiting to share that. I thought that was kind of cool.
I love that.
Yeah. You want to do a little?
I would like to craft
You gotta.
a song
Okay,
first.
all right. I'm not gonna interrupt you this time. You do your.
This one may take some time.
Time for a little sermon.
There it is. Time for the sermon. For the sermon. For the sermon remix. There's no drop. That's
Here's the thing about God's good. God's good comes through a process. I know the whole process thing. We're like, well, I don't have time for that. I want God's good now, like right now. Like, wave the magic wand. I want his good right now, but it comes through a process. Listen to what it says there in the 2 verses after 8:28. So we read 8:28, then the 2 verses before. Let's read the 2 verses after. It says, for those God foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, that they might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. Yes, the ever-expanding, ever-growing family of God. Verse 30, and those he predestined, he also called, and those he called, he also justified, and those he justified, he also glorified. There is a process there. God's good coming through a process. So God is working for the good of those who love him and have been called according to his purposes. And so here is the process.
That's kind of a similar premise, that last part of that verse right there, the building on top of, if you're this, you're also this, and you're this, and you're this. Like, that's pretty powerful that we just talked about that same premise. Not the same verse, but
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Same idea. You get the right foundation, then you build off of that, and God's doing a great work.
We'll keep building and building and building.
Very,
Sweet.
Very true. Very true. This new series we're in, Straight Out of Context, I'm pretty jazzed about.
Yeah.
I think it's really important because you really take any verse in the Bible out of context, and when we say, to misapply it, or maybe even worse than just maybe misapplying, we can actually use it to say something contrary to what God might be saying. And have you encountered that ever before?
A few times.
Ever done it?
A few times.
Me too. Since I knew we were going to be doing this series, I've been listening and paying attention to my own words.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just use these like this Christianese kind of language, or throw little things out or whatever. This week's verse is Philippians 4:13, which is a version of, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. That's what the NIV says. I can do all this through him who gives me strength. What people say is, I can do all things through Christ.
Yeah, who strengthens me.
Yeah, so whatever's going on, like something is really challenging or really difficult, I can do all things, And but in the context of it, it's really talking about the secret of being content, whether hungry or well-fed or in need or in plenty. And the secret is that, well, whatever the situation is, whatever, that Jesus is the one I rely on.
Yeah. Yeah, and he doesn't promise that it's going to be all hunky-dory all the time.
Heavens no. He says quite the opposite.
Exactly.
In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, he says, I've overcome the world. There's a guarantee of trouble.
Exactly. You will have trouble.
You will. Jesus said that. You will have trouble. And if you think you can navigate some kind of trouble-free existence, absolutely not. You will.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not a call on me and I will just poof, gone.
Yeah, make the
gone.
trouble go away. No. No, he
It's
may have,
there.
and the other thing too is he may have you step into that trouble. That's hard to,
That's hard.
if we have a mindset or we take the scriptures out of context and we misapply them to say, okay, so God's for me, who can be against me? Yep, okay. If, God's got me and I'm secure in him, well, we can start to have a mindset that says, well, nothing bad will ever happen to me. And even if we don't say those words out loud, that can take root in our hearts.
Exactly.
And then we can't follow him.
Yeah, because how can you?
We can't. He's going to lead you into danger.
You're going to be like, well, where are you, God? Which is absolutely incorrect thinking, but if you travel down that path, then you just propel yourself into more of that, and then you become bitter and easy to anger, and then you got to way backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Interesting.
Gonna love services this weekend. Hope that you'll
So
join us
wonderful.
for sure. And quick question I like to check in. It's National Senior Citizen Day, and I've been thinking about being a grandparent for a long time. So I've made my kids agree to call me Mac Daddy, have their kids call me Mac Daddy. So I'm just establishing that now.
Yeah.
I would encourage you. If you were ever a grandparent, do you know what your name would be?
I've not thought about it until right now. However,
It's a good thing to think about early. You
um,
don't have to get locked in, but off the top of your head.
Giggity Grandma.
Giggity. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I was trying to
Giggity.
tie in wiki something.
Giggity Gma?
Giggity Gma.
Giggity Gma?
And I want a huge $sign chain that I will always wear around.
Always.
Giggity Gma.
I like Giggity Gma.
Yeah, I feel like it suits me. It suits Margery, that's for sure.
Margery.
Miss her.
She was fun.
What a woman.
I know. Has experienced so much life.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds. Yeah.
Apparently.
Lived through the Spanish flu.
Oh, yes.
1918. That was impressive.
And that's, one for the books.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad nothing like that'll ever happen again.
Never, no. Couldn't be now.
I mean, it's silly to think we could learn anything from history.
No, that would be absurd. Are we supposed to? People don't do that, right?
What, learn from history?
No, yeah, we're not.
Like from past mistakes? No, just keep repeating it.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
that's
wanna-
I feel like that's what we're doing.
Yeah, do the same thing, expect different results.
Oh, do it. Okay, yeah. Well, that's how I like to live.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we'll do that.
Now.
No.
All right, here's my encouragement, right, for everybody. It's National Senior Citizen Day.
Yes.
Find somebody who is older than you and say something cool. Encourage them.
Hey,
Hey. Oh, that wasn't cool.
you're cool. That was cool.
This is the day. We'll catch you on Monday.
The flip side.